This is my assistant, Guitaria, Big Bird. Lower ward, body of water, looking good with my glasses. So I'm just gonna do a little another morning wake up, a little nother. Do you like the way that nother has become part of our reality, part of our vernacular? Another, waking up in the morning. For me right now, it's really for my back. So this part of my back tends to get pretty tight. I also spent a lot of time driving yesterday, so that makes it worse. So I invite you to join me. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but some kind of movement to lengthen out the spine. So what I'm trying to do is sort of ripple through this way, from my tail to my head, and then maybe back, but finding a sense of freedom and following movement through my body. So head to tail movement. I'm going to do it this way so that you can see a little bit more of the freedom that I'm going for in my spine. And I'm just listening in to what feels good and using that information to move from a feeling space. So instead of going, oh, this is the right way to do it, I have to do it like this, I am listening to my body and letting my body tell me what it needs right now, what feels good. Just opening up. And it may be the same thing on both sides, and it may not. So this is a little bit more freedom-based work, which means it's exploratory and improvisational. And I'm working with hydrating the tissue, opening up, giving my spine possibility, giving my spine all sorts of possibilities of movement with the rest of my body. So I'm reaching out into my kinesphere, I'm going to my furthest reach space, and I'm bringing it back smaller into a medium and mid and close reach space. And then I'm going to try it down here, same thing. Getting into my back and finding some fluidity in my spine. Thinking especially in that just above my sacrum, lumbar area, all the way down to my tail, but trying to find a sense of freedom and fluidity in that part of my back. There's a huge amount of connective tissue that's moving up the outside of my thigh, so IT band, into my lower back, and then this whole section, lots of connective tissue. So I just want to give it a little bit more elasticity, a little bit more hydration, a little bit more resilience. So there aren't a lot of veins going through connective tissue, especially really thick bands of fascia like that. There's not a lot of, but your nervous system is really routed through there. So movement is going to hydrate those areas, hydrate the tissue. So I'm trying to just wake that up in what feels good. Free movement, waking up my body. And I hope that you are trying something like this at home. Even if you're just sitting on your butt doing this, that's better than sitting on your butt doing this. Sitting on your butt doing this, better than not moving. Bodies were made to move. And the more that we've gotten machines that do things for us, the less movement we tend to have. And really, where is freedom but in your body? If you don't have freedom in your body, what freedom do you have? And that's the way I think anyway. Taking it a little bit more into a hamstring stretch. And for me, for anybody, once we get into these positions, the water in our body is going to pull up, and move this way so you can hear me, the water in our body is going to pull downward. So we're using gravity to hydrate the tissue. Also give my brain a little bit extra blood support by going down. The blood cools down. So astronauts, when they're in space, they don't have that gravitational pull of the blood pulling on their tissue, and they tend to get kind of puffy. So gravity actually is doing us a huge favor all the time, because in their bodies it's all just evenly dispersed. And then when they come back, their connective tissue, their bone density, even their blood is going to change drastically. And the thickness of the material, so like blood is going to come back first, connective tissue